Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marlou and this is Main Books, and I'm still recovering from a cold, so my voice is not that good. But it's November, and that means the year is almost over. And I have read 82 books this year, and I have a goal of 100 books. And I am very, very willing to get to that goal. I really want to reach it. So in today's video, I'm just going to read, and be like strict about it and also practical. I'm now going to start reading Changing with the Tides because it's a short poetry book and I think I can just read it in between my other books that I'm reading. I finally picked up Norwegian Wood again. I sort of DNF'd it a few months back because it's a little bit slow. I just wanted to get through books quicker, but I also have it as a goal that I just want to read the books I already have. And then I'm also listening to Tom Lake by Anne Patchett as an audiobook, which I'm really enjoying because it's narrated by Meryl Streep, so that is going really well. I'm already halfway through that one. I'm like 30% into Norwegian Wood, and I'm going to start a poetry collection, and I am going to nail this. I'm going to reach the 100 book goal, even if I have to like do some crazy stuff in December to get through it. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe, and God help me. Okay, hello. So it's 2 days later. I forgot to film yesterday, but yesterday I finished Tom Lake by Anne Patchett, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would have enjoyed the book as much as I did if I didn't listen to the audiobook, because normally I prefer visual books. But Meryl Streep was so amazing, and she just got me interested every second of it, and yeah, I basically want her to read every book ever. We should sign some sort of petition to let her perform every book. It's so good. So I definitely recommend it. I, of course, also like it because it's about theater and stuff. I didn't really know the plays they were talking about, but still, it's fun. And then this morning I finished, I forgot what it's called. Something with the tides. I don't know what my thoughts are about it. It was like easy, short, simple, great to add to my 100 books. But the poetry wasn't anything special. So it was not really like I want to read poetry that makes me feel like, oh, I cannot just write this, but I would love to learn how to, right? And not read poetry that's like I could have thought of that. So it's not really life-changing. So yeah, hopefully I can read some more of Norwegian Wood today, and yeah, finish 2 books in a weekend. That's great. Hopefully I can add a third to it. Hello, it's Tuesday night and I'm going to give you a reading update. It's going really well. I've just been reading my books. I'm almost finished with Norwegian Wood. I have about 80 pages left, so I'm gonna finish it tonight, hopefully. I don't think I'll be giving it a high rating because I can see the writing style's interesting, but my cat is going crazy on the cat tree, sorry. There are a lot of like things in this book that are like, it feels to me like this author fetishizes women looking like kids, and like there's like some actual like kid doing things going on. It's I don't love that. I've never heard trigger warnings for this, but if you want to read this, yeah, look that up. It's a bit weird to me. There's no like I don't really like the main character. He's not doing it for me, and the girl characters are a bit like weird in a unrelatable way. So that's my thoughts, but it's almost finished, so I'm super happy that I can finally get rid of it. I just finished the Dutch book Hoe overleef ik alles wat niemand vertel. This was a super big hype.
this author used to write these books for children, and I used to read them when I was a child. And now she has made a new book with the same characters for the adults who grew up with that. So like me and a ton of other people, and all those people are like on the Dutch book talk raging about the book. And I saw that it was on Next Story as an audiobook, and I thought, let's give it a try. But it was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. Like, I enjoyed it because it was just easy, and I sat on like a train for 3 hours yesterday, so I finished it in 3 days, which was great. But that book is there are some things in that book that I cannot talk about because it would be spoilers, but it's just not done, and it's just way too much. It's like it reads as a children's book with a lot of cringy, stupid things, and then the topics are super heavy and just too much, and it's like a 2-star for me, maybe even lower. It's bad, and it's not like I didn't enjoy it. It was fine. It was like, I'm getting a book done, you know. And then I also think I'll be starting this book again, a Dutch book. I'm sorry, I don't like putting that in videos because I've read like, counting this one, 4 Dutch books this year. So normally I don't do that, but yeah, I just saw that this was on Next Story, so I'm just gonna read it. This is Butterfly of the Night by Teske de Schipper. She's a Dutch YouTuber, and she also had a singing career, and I went to like 2 of her concerts, and I like her songs, so maybe I like her. Her book is short stories, I think, and poetry, so I don't know if I'm going to love it, but it's gonna be quick. Again, short books to get through the challenge. At this point, I have finished 85 books, so we're almost on schedule again. It's going great. I'm having a blast. I'm really enjoying the reading. I just love putting on a vlog on the background, like a reading vlog or whatever, and just reading along. It's I'm having a lot of fun. You know, with the cold outside, I'm just bundled up with my blankie with my cat sometimes, and it's fun. I truly believe I'm going to be able to get 100 books this year. December's going to be tricky, it's going to be busy, but this week is going great. So yeah, I'm just going to be reading again, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, it's Wednesday. I just finished Norwegian Wood. I finally finished it. I am not going to share my thoughts right now because I need to get the food going, but I finished it. That was certainly something. It was not bad. This way of writing seems good. But it's also a little bit weird and a little bit sad and depressing. So yeah, I finished it, and I also almost finished the Dutch book Butterfly of the Night. I have like 20 more minutes. I switched to audiobook, so I'm just gonna listen to that while I'm cooking, and then I have 2 finished books today. Hello, it's the 1st of December. I just filmed my November wrap-up. I read 13 books in November, which means there are 13 books left for me to finish this month. So it's like, if I could do it last month, I can do it this month, but it doesn't feel easy at all. I have not been reading the last week and a half. I've only read like a little bit of Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings, and I'm on page 39. This book is too big for me. Like, I want to finish it because this book, I mean, it's kind of fun and easy written, right? But it's kind of big. So my plan is to finish the Pretty Liars series. This is the last book, Fishes. I love the cover. It says, "Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies." Hey, it's a quote to live by. And also, I just love that it's black. It just looks so cool. So this has 338 pages. So, you know, I can read it in 2 days, but I have like 13 books to finish. And I have this book, that book, and then just 3 books on my TBR, my physical TBR. I don't even have close to 30 books to be reading. So that means I'll have to buy new books or read an audiobook or an ebook. Stress. I have a lot to do this month. It's Friday right now, and tomorrow I have all day rehearsals for the Sinterklaas show that we'll be doing on Sunday. So this entire weekend, I cannot read a single page. I mean, I've read like 40 pages in 2 weeks. Stress. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you through the reading journey. At least today I have time to read, so I should read. Once I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I just don't feel like doing it anymore. That really sucks. Well, I was finishing books left and right. I just wanted to keep going, and that's a great drive to be in. Right now, I don't have that drive. Okay, what we do have to look forward to is next weekend, my boyfriend is going to be gone from Thursday till Sunday. And then the Sunday, I need to go because we have a party. But I can just read. Like, I have like 3 days that I'll be sleeping on my own. So, reading challenge. Yes. Wish me luck. Hello. It's Thursday night, and this is the weekend I was talking about my boyfriend being gone, so that I would have no excuse but to read. And I just thought I should pop on here and continue this video. Listen, I don't think any normal person would read 100 books in a year. I think it's normal because my French looks so weird. Okay. I think it's normal to read 100 books a year because I follow booktubers, right? But it's their job to read as much. Not saying they wouldn't read as much if they didn't get paid for it. But it's their job. And I am doing this for fun. I have... Like, I would love to make it my job, and I would easily read 100 books a year. Well, not easily, but more easily. So like, my perspective on things is twisted, because why would I read 100 books? If not because I'm a booktuber. Am I a booktuber? I make content about books. True. Does anyone watch it? No. So, what's my point of this video? My point is, that there's no good reason to force myself, or yourself if you're watching this, to read a certain amount of books. Because what do you gain? Nothing. Like, if I were to tell people in my real life that I have read 100 books this year, the only thing people are gonna think is this girl has too much free time. They're not gonna think, wow, she's so smart, she's so sexy, she's a book girly, I'm gonna buy her books. That's not what they're gonna think. They're gonna think, wow, I could have never done that because I don't have the time for that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can easily read 100 books a year if my hyperfixation lasted a year long. I go into this hyper-focus reading thing for like few weeks in a year, and I read super quickly, have a lot of fun reading, and then I get in a reading slump. It's not even a reading slump, it's just normal to not want to read every day. That's pretty normal. Oh, anyway, my point is, I don't feel like I'm in a reading slump. I just don't feel like reading. But I started this video and I want to, make this video like satisfying, but I don't think it's satisfying. But I already told my viewers on my channel that I was filming this video, so I cannot just delete it. Normally, I would just delete it. You don't know how many challenges I filmed, not finished, just deleted it off my phone. It never happened. Listen, this year I've had 2 hyperfixations and they have been like fighting for the top 1 spot. There's no number 2. If you're number 2, you're gone. Ow, that hurt. So, the 2 things are reading and musicals. And, newsflash, musicals is at the top again. So, books are like, whoop, and like, yeah, I want to, like, it's Bookmas right now. People are uploading every day. It's a blast. I'm watching videos about books every single day. Do I feel like reading though? No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is because I currently don't have a book that I think is gonna be a 5-star. I have books that I'm like, it's gonna be a 3-star, 3.5. And I don't feel right now like my time is worth a 3.5-star book. And that made me think about this whole 100 book challenge. But I've just come to the realization that these past few weeks I've just been reading books because I needed to complete the goal. And it's hours of my time doing something that is reading something that is like, why? Why would we do that? Like, I love people doing dumb things for content. Like, this one guy watched all the Barbie movies in one sitting. Great content. I love it. But I don't make great content, so I should not suffer for it. This is self-care. So, what I'm going to do from now on is just read books because I want to. And if I don't like a book, DNF it. If I don't feel like reading, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I need to let go. I need to let go of this feeling of having to do things. Right? Like, let's just next year start a clean slate. I'm reading for fun. I'm gonna read books that are fun. Right? I don't know if anyone needed to hear this. But I think next year is just going to be about doing things for you and not thinking about what you should be doing or what you just stop thinking about everything. We're just gonna, what am I saying? I don't know. Am I onto something? I don't know. I've drawn a beautiful conclusion, and that is numbers don't matter. I just hope you allow yourself to just do whatever you want. And this book channel has not been going like I wanted it to, and that's okay too. Bye. Hello everyone. An update to this video. So I think last week I gave up on this challenge. I just accepted that I wasn't going to reach 100 books, and then I just accepted that I was in a slump. And although I have been reading small bits of Daisy Hayes, I'm just not loving this writing. I didn't love Magnolia Parks, but I just bought those 2 books from the same person at the same time. Normally I read one book and then if I like it, I'll buy part 2. It's not really part 2, but it's in the same universe. But it's not really my thing. It's not like I don't want to finish it, but it's just like I've just decided that for the next year, I'm only going to buy books and read books that I think I will absolutely like. Because if you spend hours and hours on a book and you didn't like it, it just feels like a waste of time. That being said, I wanted to read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, and then I heard that it was kind of like a podcast. So I decided to just read the audiobook, and it has podcast sounds and a whole different cast, and it was super thrilling because you had like these like scary sounds in between the things, and it was so nice. And just sometimes it would be a podcast, sometimes not. It would not, sometimes you would have a podcast, not all the time, but when it was, you have like really eerie music, and I loved it. I listened to the book in 2 days, finished it. I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, and I finished it yesterday. That's not true. I finished it the day before yesterday, and then yesterday I started listening to Tomb Sweeping. I worked on my Christmas cards. I started my paint by number painting, and I could just listen to the audiobook while doing that, and I really enjoyed that because I felt productive while also getting my reading done. And today I finished the book, but I didn't like it. It was just not like, I liked the first story, but then it just ended, and I was like, whatever, what happened? And then some of the stories I was like sort of interested in, but then it was like over and you have to go through a new story, and I'm like, ugh. So I don't know, it was not my thing, but I finished it in 2 days, so that's pretty good. So that brings the total to 89 books. I think the next audiobook will be Behind Closed Doors, because that's a book I've been wanting to read for a while. So yeah, I think I'll do that. It's just nice for me to be able to like play games on my phone while I'm listening to an audiobook. I just like that I don't have to focus on it as much. And I do miss the physical reading, the hype, like the feeling of the rush feeling of reading physically. I mean, Christmas is coming up, so I cannot buy books for myself right now because I don't know if my boyfriend got me those books already. So I just wait for Christmas and next year. That's the little update. Hello, it's the next day and I finished another audiobook. This is great. I don't know where my love for audiobooks came from, but I'm glad it's here. I finished Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This one has been on my TBR for a very long time, not my physical TBR. It was an experience. It is very sad and dark. It's basically about, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but like, it's like you think this is this perfect couple and then it's not. But it was pretty dark. It's pretty messed up, pretty like scary, not in a scary like horror way, but more in a way like if you were in that situation, then your life would really suck. Like it was a very sucky situation and I finished it mostly today. I read for hours and hours. I was doing my paint by number again. It's just great to be doing something, listening to an audiobook. It's just like reading and painting at the same time. It just makes me feel, I don't know, like I'm doing things. And I highly recommend it. If you don't need to be good at painting, because I'm definitely not good at painting, but you do need to somewhat enjoy it. It does hurt your wrist, but it did get better the second day. So yeah, I'm trying to keep this up and finish an audiobook every 2 days, and then maybe we can still reach 100 books. It's crazy. I'm currently at 90 books. Just gotta keep going. Hello, it's Monday today, the 18th. And I'm full back into the challenge. I was rewatching my old videos and I was like, girl, yes, we're going to do this challenge. I'm going to upload this. You don't want to know how many book videos I made and never uploaded. We're not going to talk about it. This video is getting online. So what are we going to do? I'm in a good mood for once, so we're going to take advantage of that. I have been reading 3 audiobooks. I started the 4th one yesterday. It's going really well with that, but I missed the physical books. So I'm currently at 90 finished books. I started Remarkably Bright Creatures yesterday. I only got in a few chapters, quite a long book. And then I also saw, what is it called? Word Slot. And that's only 8 hours. So I'm gonna try it out. I hope I like it. I saw that it's a little bit like American. And I mean, I don't know. I just want to read it. I don't read a lot of feminist books, like at all, which I think I should change. So my plan for today, I'm going to skim through Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass by Lana Ray. I got this a few years ago and I have read most of it, but maybe not all of it. So I never like put it as a read book. So I'm just gonna read through it so that I actually have read all the poems that I know for sure, and then I'll put it up as, you know, I've read this. And then I am going to start the last book in the Pretty Liars series because I have said that I wanted to finish it this year and the year is almost over, so I should start this. Normally these books take me 2 days. And this is the finale, so I don't have big hopes for it, but I hope it's a little bit better than the previous ones. Those have been a little bit repetitive, and hopefully this one is gonna go out with a bang. Gonna read that and maybe also read a little bit of Daisy Hayes. Like the thing is with this franchise, It's easy to read, definitely with all the text messages and everything. Like, it's a big book, but it's an easy read, but it's not like it's page turning. It's not like I need to know what happens next. So I usually only read a few pages at a time. I'm currently at page 116. Like, I stop like in the midst of a chapter. I'm the kind of person that just stops mid-chapter. But this means I'm like at 20%. So that's the plan for today. I'm glad you're here to see it. I can't believe it. The day has come. It's the next day. I finished Fishes, which means I finished the entire Pretty Liar series. Well, part 1 to 16. I have not read the 2 special books, the like in-between books. Ellie's Secrets and Pretty Little Secrets. I think that's what it's called, not sure. I haven't read those, but they're kind of like not a part of the series, so you know. I started this series when I was 13, I think, or 14. I was obsessed with the TV show and I wanted to read the books. At that time, I didn't read any English, so I started reading those books in English. And back then, it was pretty hard for me to read. It was like a little bit difficult. And now I'm reading these books and they're a lot easier to read than my other books because they're books made for teens, so that makes sense. It's fun to reflect on how much better I've become at English, that these books were once hard for me to read and now they're the easiest books I read because I mostly read English books, so that's really fun. So if you're watching this and you're like young and English is not your first language, I definitely recommend reading English books because at first it may be hard and boring, but it does really help getting better at it and like learning how to form sentences. And I don't know, but yeah, I finished the book. It was the finale. It was fun. It was not like super like dark and twisty. Like, I mean, there definitely was a twist, and I thought that it was gonna be something else than it was. So I guess I got plot twisted. But yeah, these books are not like really like keeping me on my toes. It's just more for the. I just love that even in the last book there are just some cute little references to things that are also in the series, and I just love it. But I'm glad it's done as well, because it's not like these books don't get much higher than a 3.5 rating for me. But they're just really easy and fun to read. I'm just very attached to the characters. Though I must say I much prefer their personalities in the show. I finished the series. That's great. That means I've now read 91 books. Hello, I have a little reading update. I just finished reading Violent Bend Backwards Over the Grass by Lana Del Rey. It's currently Sunday the 24th, so I don't know when I filmed last. It was nice to finally read it all the way through. Then the other updates. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Or the day before yesterday, I started listening to Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister, I think. And I finished that as an audiobook. And I liked it, but the pace could have been better because it started out pretty like interesting and then it went, I don't know, it could have gone faster. And now I'm currently listening to Finding Me by Viola Davis, and I think I will finish it today because I'm going through it in 2 times speed, so that's going well. And if I finish that book, then I'm currently at 95 books. And with that, I'm going to end this video because I want this video to be up before the end of the year. So are we going to reach 100 books? I'm not sure. I have, if you don't count this book, 5 books left to finish before the end of the year. And we have Christmas, we have New Year's. Could I do it? I'm not sure. It's almost like a book a day. I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, I did read a lot. and I hope this video was fun for you guys. Let me know what you want to see in the new year on this channel, and yeah, thank you so much. Have a lovely new year, and see you then. Bye!